Okay, welcome to another podcast show of VRPCWorld.org's TechRant. I am your host, Leonardo Perez, Leo, from the historic town of Flemington, New Jersey. Let me just turn down the little music a little bit so you can hear me more than the background music. The background music is provided to you courtesy of Element 115. You can look for them on Twitter, on Facebook, I believe they have Facebook. Hold on. Now I'm ranting. Ranting without a cause. Yeah, you can look for them on Twitter. I know that. Element 115. And they have some pretty nice music. I enjoy it. And I appreciate their Michael for allowing me to use their copyright music, copyright free in this case, for the purposes of this show. So if you're into music, you want to get their album, go and log into their website. Let me see if I can find it. They are located at, where are you guys located? I just had you just a few minutes ago. Hold on. There they are. Okay, Element 115. They are on Twitter. That's at Element, ELEMENT 115. And you can also find them. They're located in Phoenix, Arizona. Neoclassic rock with an extraterrestrial perspective. And you can look for them at http://www.element115theband. That's element115theband.com. Check them out, and thanks, Michael, for allowing me to use your music. I might not agree in all your point of views, your perspectives, your political views, and all that, but I do enjoy good music, and I think you are better than I am anyway with the harmonica. So give them a follow there. Let me see if I can't do a hashtag here. For those of you who want to, I'm trying to experiment with this Twitter thing. I really haven't had very much experience with Twitter. Call me lazy, call me whatever you want to call me. I just never had the chance to really look into some of these programs as they came out, and they're more or less catching up on what they're doing. Alright, I'm just seeing some things here on my tweets. 5 ways to secure your wireless router from PC Magazine. It was just tweeted about 25 minutes ago. And Veterans Health wrote 2 hours ago, like to write, it can be both fun and therapeutic. Oh boy, can it. At Dept, DEPT Vet Affairs blog is always looking for guest writers. Oh, well, I know where I'm going to be going next after the show. Let's see, SAC News, I can't understand it. Exploit kit of some sort. Got a new tweet here, hold on. Enter for a chance to win a $50 Amazon.com gift card plus top movie and TV comedies. No purchase necessary. Details at the link at the Amazon MP3's Twitter account. Yeah. So anyway, I am your host. Anyway, let me just minimize this and get this out of the way. The song you're hearing is from Element 115. I have a seal of approval. That's what the title's called, but I'm not sure if that's the title. Album Alien Eye on Politics, EP. And its genre is rock. So once again, thanks Michael for allowing me to use your copyrighted music in the background. YouTube, I do have approval. I even have it here. It says seal of approval. So, if you want to do a little conversation, I have the chat room open on Ustream.tv's website. Anyone is welcome to join and share their point of views. I'll try to read them if I can and answer any questions if it's possible. You're watching me thanks to the beautiful people at Ustream.tv's website. Today, both my ISP, Comcast, and Ustream seem to be providing a somewhat decent signal or service today. I have 29 more or less frames per second. CPU unfortunately is being used completely. Data rate is hovering around 600 to 1,000 kbits per second. And so far the recording time is 6 minutes. Now, before I continue, let me get rid of some of the preliminaries. Like I always like to use up half of the show just for the preliminaries, but I'm going to try to hash it down to a little bit less. Doing a freelance show today, so the topic is pretty much free and open, and I picked one in particular that I'm going to be covering. But before we get started on that, let's finish off the intros, okay? This is being brought to you thanks to the Ustream.tv website and YouTube as well, and other websites that allow me to upload my video podcast. Thank you very much. I'm trying to upload as many as I can to many different places, but it's very grueling and it takes a lot of effort on my part to go all over the place, especially when I have so many things to do. As you can see, this room is a disaster. I got my professional microphone, boom mic here, that's picking up clearly my voice and should provide for a clear and precise listening for my show. If that's not the case, if that's not the case, other than my speaking babble, please tweet me or send me a tweet. Send me a message in the chat room and let me know what you think. Of course, you're seeing the green monster emblem on the rectangle just right here. Whatever. Right here. Yeah, right there. Okay, there we go. And that is my green face of rant. My TechRant face. Next to it, you're seeing I'm proud to support our veterans. I am proud to be a veteran, and even more so, prouder to support veterans and their families in times of hardship, if it's at all in my means to do so, or to provide some sort of comfort or consultation to those who seek it. Just call me nice. Also, my GoDaddy symbol is there. I have yet to add on my Amazon symbol. I apologize, Amazon, for not doing that. I'm so sorry, but things have just not worked out well for me as far as time is concerned. So GoDaddy's there. GoDaddy's my ISP, or rather my web hosting facility or service. And the A+ certification that you see there, the emblem, is something that I add on there. I'm going to probably remove that and replace it with the Amazon one because I'm lacking space. The reason that I have it there is to ask you people to always demand quality of service when you're bringing in your computer for repair. Look around the windows, the store, see if you see anything that shows that they are A+ certified, at least. If they don't have that, if you don't see that, they can't provide you that information, then I would, if I were you, walk out of there as quickly as possible. Because if they didn't take the time and effort to at least get A+ certified, then they really don't give a damn about servicing your equipment in a quality way. It is the bare minimum. It is not a measure of excellence in service. It is not a measurement of knowledge of service. It is a measurement of at least the most basic of decent things to do. A+ certification. It shows their respect for your equipment, and it just lets you know that they take their job seriously. I do. At least I think I do. And then down below you're going to see the only charity that I belong to right now at the moment, which is the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee. A hello to everyone over there in Memphis, Tennessee, and the lovely ladies that attended me over the phone these past few weeks and trying to get together that fundraising charity thing, and I'm going to be reporting about it in just a few once I get finished here. Finding Cure, Saving Children's Lives. St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, a great place to dump some of your extra cash into as far as a charity. They are worth the while. And down below at the very bottom in red, you see the TechRant hotline, 908-751-3901. That's 908-751-3901. Give me a call with your rants, raves, opinions, views, or questions. If you have a question that I can answer in some way, shape, or form and help you out in technology, give me a call. If you're lucky to get me, because I'm all over the place. It's not that I'm trying to avoid anyone. I'm everywhere. You probably stand a better chance of tweeting me. I mean, I follow Twitter quite a bit. And my emails, well, I'm not exactly, you can get my email and send me an email, but if it looks like junk, I'm probably going to just pass on through it. But Twitter usually catches my attention, and thank God for Twitter. There you go, Twitter. I don't use Facebook as much as other people do. People use Facebook like I use Twitter constantly. They use it for gaming, contacting, keeping in touch with family and friends and all that. It does provide you with a little more flexibility than Twitter, but Twitter is so simple. It's so easy to use that I find it much more easier to work with Twitter than I do with Facebook. Facebook becomes more of a hassle. I tend to walk away from programs that give me too much hassle as far as setting up or figuring out how to do this or that or the other. I guess it's just a matter of time and getting used to it. I'm not saying that Facebook is bad. If it was, it wouldn't have the popularity that it has right now. I'm just saying from my own personal experience, I find that ease of use is primary in most applications that are out there, and including equipment as well. So if it's not easy for me to use, if I got to read a 200-page volume guide on how to use something, I just don't, unless it's got something to do with programming, which was another love of mine in the past, I'm not going to bother. So find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter. I'm also located on Google+. I am all over the place, and we have used 12 minutes explaining to you how you can get a hold of me. Just go to my website, vrpcworld.org, which is going to be renewed soon in a different look. That's vrpcworld.org. I've had that for a very, very long time. Very long time. So, again, the group that you're hearing in the background is Element 115. You can look for them on Twitter. Good music. Thank you, Mike, for allowing me the use of this music in the background. If you are a musical group out there that would like some exposure in what little bit I can offer you in my show, please send me your copyright-free music, and you have to explicitly say so in your email that I am allowed to use it in my show as backdrop music. And I will see what I can do to present it in front of my next show as it comes up. All right, well, it's been one hell of a week, one hell of a 2 weeks. These last 2 weeks have been very, very busy. First of all, I had to take care of the event on the 7th of September, which is a fundraising for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. We had it here in Flemington downtown. And even though I'm trying to avoid criticizing things, but it just feels that I got no other choice but sometimes to say something. I just have to say something when I see something is not correct or right. There were a few people that volunteered their services or whatever, volunteered to give or to participate, that in the last minute pulled away and did not do so. Now, hey, it's not me that you're giving to, okay? This is for the kids at St. Jude's. When you do something like that and you deceive children, I'm not going to say who you are, you know who you are, and you say you're going to do something, it's a pretty rotten thing to do, to pull away and not participate in some shape, form, or fashion. The other disappointment in my show, or in the fundraising event that I had on the 7th last, was the hostility level inside the town of Flemington of some of the residents. And I'm not too sure they were residents of Flemington, the town, as per se Flemington, the area, like Raritan Township and surrounding areas. Well, there was a sense of hostility to have any kind of fundraising event in the town by both the people that passed by, some, not all, and some other people, local leaders as well, that kind of slammed the door shut on providing some sort of charity. Now, I told them they can either participate in a humble or, where I wouldn't mention their names or do anything, or, just out of the goodness of their hearts, but not even that. was acceptable. So for those people who did give, thank you very much. You did a wonderful thing by giving to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I've already sent out the gifts and coupons and things like that I managed to get a hold of before everybody started running for cover. And the kids are going to enjoy it, and that's my main goal in the whole thing, was to make sure that the kids got something out of it, and I think I achieved that. Although I was a little bit disappointed in the participation, like I said, of the Flemington area people, both in the event and some leaders, local leaders in the area that also kind of didn't take kindly to charity. Now, for whatever reason they may be it that they don't agree with my political views that I express on the show, they don't like the way I comb my hair, whatever reason there may be, that's still no excuse not to give to St. Jude's. And I would have applauded them if they did so, or I wouldn't even have mentioned them if they would have said, no, don't mention me or anything like that. But you know who you are. You said you were going to do some things and you didn't come through. I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, really, from the bottom of my heart. It's not going to stop me from continuing to seek people to give to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, either services, funds, whatever help they can provide, or to encourage other people, younger individuals in the community, in the area. Doesn't have to be just in Flemington, in the area that I live in, whatever, to provide those services and funds for the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, the kids and their families. Because that's what we're talking about in the end, services for the kids and the family so that they can go through a very difficult time in their lives in the least amount of pain as possible. That's what it boils down to. All right? So unfortunately, the town of Flemington sought within their reason and wisdom to give only a total of, and I'm not proud of this, but I got no control over this whatsoever. Sorry, $23.45. Or was it 36 cents? Yep, $23.46. I think it's 46 cents. Let's round it off. $24, all right? $24. $24 for a little small town that has over 2,700 businesses registered with the Flemington area, not to mention the Raritan Township surrounding areas and the other towns alongside. Pitiful. Just damn pitiful. I'm glad that I was not in that group of people that denied or shunned the participation of people to give to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Sorry. I will continue, like I said, we'll continue to raise funds if I'm able to in future events. I won't say when. There were some faults of my own. I didn't prepare in time adequately to have the fundraising event succeed a little bit better, so I do take partial blame for that, for not being prepared. It was a learning experience, if anything. It taught me quite a bit about what it takes to do a fundraising event and how much time you really need. I should have read the manual, right? Yeah, I should have read the book. But anyway, thank you very much for those people who gave, and for those who didn't, there's still time. Give. You don't have to give under my name or anybody else's name. Just log into St. Jude's and give. I'm not taking the credit for anything you do. You take full credit. That's it. Nobody loses, dude. Nobody loses, people. Nobody. Here I am with the dude. Could be a gal. Sorry, ladies, for disrespecting you. We're into 20 minutes, and I've talked about the St. Jude's Children's Research Charity fundraising event that was a semi-disaster, some success, some no success. And let's see, I'll be right back in just a moment. Let me just see if I can, let me just see something here. I think I'm able to do this. I'm not sure. I have to check and see. Let's see. No, that's not it. Could that be it? No, that's not it. Is that it? Hold on. One moment, please, while I try to figure out this thing. This thing. Hero location, simple cats. No, I don't think it's working. Let me just turn this off for a moment. Little background music is annoying sometimes. Alright. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Whoops. Sorry about that. Desktop. Let's see if I can't find the thing that I was looking for. Is this it? Let me see. I'm not sure if this is it. One moment while I try to find out. Nope, that's not it. Let's try that. Let's try that. And I think we are ready for a commercial break. And here we go.
I want to be riding my bike.
But at this moment, he's fighting leukemia.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is saving lives with pioneering research and care.
And will never have to pay St. Jude for anything.
Please take a moment.
I want to be riding my bike.
But at this moment, he's fighting leukemia.
St. Jude Children's Research with pioneering research and care.
And will never have to pay St. Jude for anything.
Please take a moment and visit stjude.org today.
I want to be riding my bike.
But at this moment, he's fighting leukemia.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is saving lives with pioneering research and care.
And will never have to pay St. Jude for anything.
Please take a moment and visit stjude.org today.
I want to be riding my bike.
But at this moment,
There we go. All right. Sorry about that. I was coughing. I was trying to get into the next scene without too much trouble, but of course that was impossible. So let's see. Let's just turn this down a little bit here. All right. Well. How's that? A little better. All right. Okay. And I'll be right back in just a moment. I've just got to do one little thing. The commercial wasn't long enough, so I'll be right back. Okay, well, I'm back again. Your host, Leonardo Perez from beautiful town of Flemington, New Jersey, presenting you another episode of TechRant, the show, the podcast show where you get to hear all the bad information from this crazy maniac host of yours, Leonardo Perez, regarding technology, the ills, the wills, the bad, the good, mostly bad. And that's basically it. Let me just turn this background music just a little bit lower. I'm having trouble here with my sound, my audio. I don't know why, if it's the mixer or what, but I'm going to have to fool around with it. If not, use the one that I have, the other one, downstairs in the van, which has a little bit more better quality as far as this. I don't hear this knocking or ticking noise that I hear in the background on this one. I don't know what's causing it. As far as video is concerned, it's not too bad. It's using a high-res Logitech 615 camera, recent addition, to provide me with a more reliable connection that's not killing the system to a point where it's not working at all. So, let's see, hold on. Just a minute. I'm trying to get this to work where my sounds are correct here. And I tell you, this is a hassle. It's not easy. Not easy at all. Before you were listening to Element 115, 115 music that I got from them. Let's see what we got here. Alright. Let's turn it down. Okay, a little clicking. Sorry about that. Get rid of that noise. Alright. So anyway, in the previous podcast show that I recorded, I was using UCam software to give that special effects. Since I didn't have to, or I wasn't able to use Ustream Producer Pro with no internet connection, pretty much the program is useless, or the online application is useless. And that's one of my worries that I had before purchasing this software. Was it really going to provide what I wanted? So it was short in that aspect. As long as you have an internet signal, I guess you're fine. Otherwise, you're pretty much shafted. So Ustream Producer Pro seems to be a pretty nice program. It's nice as long as your computer is set in a manner that's not crashing all the time. Your internet service provider isn't putting on the brakes on your signal and speed, and you manage to pick a time and a date that Ustream.tv's servers are operating properly. Otherwise, you'll get server errors like I had in the previous the previous show before the St. Jude's event. But other than that, it seems to be a pretty good program. I'm going to need to take some classes. I believe they have some videos online, some tutorial videos. I'm going to have to do that and see if I can bring the quality of this recording a little bit better. As far as the content is concerned, I'm going to need to start getting into the habit of writing out my blogs of topics, issues that I want to cover, and then professionally present them in a way in this show that is usable for you, the public, those people who are viewing the show. And I thank you very much for following me in that aspect. Appreciate it greatly. We are up to, I believe, let me just make sure, because I'm never sure whether or not we are at a certain level. We are, let's see. I'm getting a bad signal today on the internet. You know what? I'm going to turn off this background music. This is driving me nuts. Turn off. Alright. So, I'm trying to look to see if I can get some stats as far as my account is concerned on a tablet. But, unfortunately, the tablet's not showing uploaded and subscriptions is blank. Video views is blank. Let me see if I can't just pick a video and see if I can't. And this is for TechRant. TechRant, the podcast show, not the Flemington Town Crier. Flemington Town Crier has a little bit more of a history than the TechRant show. Which, by the way, the channel for TechRant on YouTube is VRPC World. Very simple. I should have called it TechRant, but at the time VRPC World existed and TechRant did not. So the channel on YouTube is VRPC World. The account on Google Plus is VRPC World. The account on Twitter is also at VRPC World. Do you see the the common denominator here? VRPC World. And also the Twitter account that I usually use the most is my Leo Perez, at Leo Perez, on the Twitter account. So I'm on Facebook. Also, Facebook is VRPC World. Do a search and you'll find me. I'm not hiding from anybody. Anybody who wants to get a hold of me can find it very easy to get a hold of me. Speaking of which, getting a hold of you. I don't know if you guys, if any of you people that are watching my podcast lately have been bothered by these credit card calls. These calls to fix and repair your credit card. To make your credit score higher, to be more attractive to your bank when you're going to make a loan or anything like that. But lately I've been getting hassled a lot here at the house, probably because I'm more active than I should be on the internet, and I'm an easy target as far as marketing is concerned. And what they basically want to do is they want you to hire them to fix and repair your credit. Here's a suggestion on my part. Most of the things that they're going to charge you for, you could do it on your own. I know it sounds like an awful lot to do. To actually sit down in front of your computer, typewriter, whatever the hell you want to call your device that's going to spew out your letter, and type out a letter contacting all 3 credit agencies for your current credit report. Once you have your credit report, you can look at the accuracy of your credit report, be it the spelling of your name, your addresses, previous addresses, everything, balances owed, balances paid, good accounts, bad accounts, and go through them one by one and dispute any listing that you see is incorrect so that your credit report is reflected correctly. Now, credit agencies are supposed to fix. In a perfect world, they're going to. In a non-perfect world, they're going to give you a hassle. They're going to say, oh, we need more proof that who you are is who you claim you are. They're going to either ask for a driver's license, a photocopy of a driver's license, or more information regarding you personally in order to continue. Let's just say that repairing or keeping your credit, your good credit, is not an easy task. Not today, it wasn't before, and it's not going to be any better in the future, I think, if things continue the way they are. But you must be diligent. You must be, you must follow and see where your credit is, where your standing is. Make sure that nothing is incorrect, because it goes against you. Another thing that goes against you that many people weren't aware of, is all these credit applications. If you're the kind of person who's applying for credit every other week or something like that, even if you have good credit, your credit is going to be ruined because you've applied to so many credit agencies for a credit card or loan or whatever, that you don't look so good. So that's a negative against you, even though there's nothing bad about you applying for credit or applying for a loan. It seems that the financial powers to be hold this against you. Maybe they think you're going to panic. You're panicking. You're looking for the first thing that you're going to be able to get. In other words, to get out of debt. I found many people do that, not for that reason alone, but for the reason of trying to get the best rates, interest rates and all that. So they would apply at several places at once and see which ones provided the best rates. And if they don't see that any of them provide any good rates, they don't apply. But it doesn't matter. It's on your credit report as being applied. You applied for it, and for whatever reason may be, you don't have it, and it's looked upon very, very badly against you. I think this is wrong. That's just me. There are a lot of things that are wrong. Like, say, for instance, you dispute a bank transaction that they say, for instance, the bank says that you were late 30 days or over 30 days. And you say, no, I was not. Never was I late. and you tell them provide proof, because most of the time what they do is they tell you that you're late like 2 or 3 years after the fact. Most people, we got bad habits. We don't keep things 2 or 3 years around, hanging around. If we do, it's buried under tons of other stuff and almost impossible to find. So you think, hey, I'm innocent till proven guilty. Most people would. And it seems that way on paper. And you tell them the proof's on your side to provide proof. Well, guess what? It's not. It's not. The burden of proof is not on the bank's side. It's on your side to provide proof that you're correct. So they can actually accuse you of doing almost anything without so much as proof. Nothing. Not a listing, not a bank statement that shows what they say is true. Because it's very easy to see. I mean, a bank statement will show that you were late, 60 or 100 days late, that you were charged fee after fee. It's very easy to see these things. Any moron can make sense of it. But when they won't even provide that to back up their claim that you were a bad person and your credit should suffer because we think you're a bad person, even if the facts don't comply to their statement, is wrong. And unfortunately, the consumer is once again burdened with the ability to prove that they're correct, despite the fact it should be the opposite. The bank should have to prove that they're correct, that it's not some witch hunt that they're going through with the individual and claiming that they're doing this and that and the other, and it's not true. Well, personally, I can speak from personal experience that is exactly what's going on. Another problem that's going on, and we got a thing called the Fair Credit Act. It's about 80 some odd pages long, PDF. I was looking at it, and it's a bunch of gibberish to me and to most people on how to protect your credit and what your rights are. And you know what? It seems like I was reading a story for a little kid. Like a fairy tale story. Because what you see on paper just doesn't add up to the true reality of people's day-to-day life that we go through. And you could tell me if I'm right or wrong. Are you experiencing the same problems with credit reporting agencies as I had, or other people that I know of in the past, where they try to clean up their credit and they find themselves up against a brick wall? The so-called government agencies that are there to protect you against this so-called abuse throw up their hands and say there's nothing we can do. What are they there for? Why are they getting paid to protect your rights when the very first thing that they do is throw up their hands and say we can't do it? Or they say we have to have a billion zillion cases before we can even attend this, like some other government agencies. I want to create a case study, a major lawsuit in court against this company, courtesy of your complaints and suffering. Fair Credit Act? My eye. It's like one person that told me, who was it that told me? The HOPE program. They refer to it as the hopeless program because they know it is hopeless. They dangle a little carrot in front of you and say, we have hope for you. We can help you. We can help you with your foreclosure. We can protect your rights. We can do all this. We can negotiate with the bank. Bull. I want to know some common people that actually went through that and it worked out. Did it work out? How did it work out? In your favor, their favor? Did anybody win or lose? Because we hear a lot of stories in the news about this and that and the other, but the news is another culprit in this whole scheme of problems. They only report the news that are convenient to them, and I'm not saying that everything that's in the news is a conspiracy, but my God, they won't even report on certain things that are going on in the community, events, complaints, lawsuits, nothing. I mean, they pick and choose what news they're going to report. Is that reporting? Is that honest? Is that honestly a good way of reporting things that are happening, as opposed to just reporting them as they come, as they happen in the area that you live in or in the area that you so-called provide news for? So, there's a lot of hurdles. It's put up there for reasons. It's not an unbiased reason why these hurdles have been put up. They've been put up to make you quit, discourage you from continuing your pursuit of justice, your protections. And that's why I say at the end of my shows that you should always protect your rights. Don't let them win. If you're in the right, you will win. You will prevail, but you must be persistent. You have to be. They count on you giving up. They count on it. They make a study to say 5 out of 10 people quit, or 2 out of 3 people continue. And they say, well, the odds are with us that this person's going to quit. And that's how it works. I think they used to use that kind of a system, and they still did just until recently with the unemployment system. It used to be a point back in the day, when I was a young pup, the unemployment system was a discouragement to get. People were discouraged to get unemployment. They were discouraged in the long lines that they waited. They were discouraged in the process of applying. They were discouraged in the process of going from place to place, door to door, providing proof that they tried to apply for a job. And some people will quit. Well, saying this is not worth the hassle. I'm just going back to work. And boom, they won. And it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. That's a great way to achieve a means of getting people back to work. Getting that questionable person that might be lazy, like myself, to go back to work and to provide income for their family and to do part, pay taxes and all that good stuff. Be a good citizen. But in the scheme of things, it not only takes those people that are so-called lazy and trying to take advantage of the system, but also takes those people that are not taking advantage of the system, that are in a hard position to begin with, being unemployed, and puts them in a difficult situation. Very difficult situation. But they don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about the scum, the bums that are out there trying to take advantage of the system. Yeah. I can just see some seniors that are disabled, can barely talk, walk, or breathe, taking advantage of the system. Congressman? Yep, I can see them going back to work after years and years of brutal labor in providing what is America now to you and your grandsons and your children, going back to work. Very, very logical. Makes total sense to me. How about you? Makes sense to you that we should send our disabled seniors back to work after providing for so many years of service in tax dollars and other things, not just money, so that this country would be what it is now today? Granted, it's not the most perfect system that we live in, but it is the best system that we have available, considering what other alternatives we have. So, don't let these naysayers and deadbeat people that are sucking the life out of you bring you down. Keep positive attitude as best as you can. Try to look forward to things that you want to do. Help your community out. Help yourself out at the same time. And always protect your rights. This is Leonardo Perez ending the podcast a little early, but I think I've got my piece said. The next podcast, I hopefully will have a little more organization and cover more topics than I did just now. But I think I covered a good topic. And look up the Fair Credit Act. See what it says. You'll be surprised. This is Lee Perez from Flemington, New Jersey saying take care and always protect your rights. Take care. Leonardo. I'm in the beautiful town of Hillsborough, and we're about to start a show. I